Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're gonna be drawing Mareanie. So as you guys can see on the screen, this is how it ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw it, then let's get started. I'm also gonna put up a reference right now on screen, that way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys get all your details. Just keep in mind guys that we are gonna start off by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are gonna do your final drawing, so remember to do your lines light. Alright, just like mother tutorials, we're gonna start off by doing a circle. Once we have that, we're gonna split it in half both ways, right in the middle. And just a reminder, the better that you guys make the circle, the easier it is to follow the tutorial. And by no means is mine perfect guys, but like I mentioned before, the better that you guys make it, and also the more centered that you guys get it when you split it in half, once again the easier it is to follow. Once we have that, we're gonna actually measure half of the circle. I'm just using a spare piece of paper and I'm measuring it to around there, just making a straight line. And then we're gonna measure another half circle, which basically it'd be like another full circle there. We're gonna do the same thing down here. So if you guys have a ruler, then go ahead and use that, but we don't need one for this one, as long as you guys have a spare piece of paper. And now we're gonna split the actual circle, like each side, each quarter in half. It's just gonna help us do everything else. Now we're actually gonna go over here at the top guys, or actually on the side, measure half of the circle as well. Just extend that. There we go. So it's just a bunch of half circles guys marked off. Alright, so now at the top of the middle right there guys, we're actually going to do this line that's going to be the top of Mareanie, and it's actually going to go along the sides right there that we did. And then around here we're just going to do a reference line. This is just how long it is going to be. So now we're just actually going to start working on, like, it's like almost an M shape guys of the, I don't know what they are, like the crewels, whatever they might be. Now we can just extend it, and it goes to around there, same as over here. There we go. Now we could actually go ahead and do a line right here. This is just gonna help us do the body. One in the middle right there, and another one right there. There we go. Now we got one more to go. And that's what we did that reference line guys earlier, doing it around there. This is where it should basically go down to. And it's basically really, it's just identical on either side. And now for the eyes, they go around there. And I do a reference line right there just to show you guys that it's really helpful doing these reference lines, just because it helps line up on either side. Now for the eyes right there, just once again try to make them the same size, the little pupils. And now for the actual mouth, it's just a straight line. It's kind of smiling with a tooth right there, which is basically a triangle right in the middle. And these two other ones that stick out a little bit outside of the actual head. Alright, so now I measured the length of half of the circle from the outside, and then that way we can know the thickness of each of these strands. I guess that's the right word for it. And I just try to make it even throughout. You guys can use half of the measurement from your spare piece of paper, just to make sure that it's the same thickness throughout. And then we could just do the sides right here. And we're gonna use that reference line once again, because it doesn't go lower than that. There we go. So now we could actually go up here, and we're kind of gonna do like this M shape. Once again, the same size on either side. Goes actually a little bit into the hair, I guess, to the strands. It's a triangle shape at the top, and then these other ones that are sticking out. Now we could actually go ahead and start adding some of the details guys. So now it's we're adding all these spikes once again to try to make them all similar in size. That one's a little bit bigger than the rest, but they're basically the same size. Alright, so now around here we have another one that is facing us, I guess. And then I do a reference line on top of that middle line going across the circle guys, just to help you guys and to help me know where to place these, because they basically line up the same on either side. So I do another reference line right there, and I know that it shouldn't go lower than that. The same thing on this side. There we go. There's the other one, kind of lines up. It's just similar. Once again, just try to make each side the same length and thickness, each spike. And now we could do the inside strands right here behind Mareanie. Once again, I do a reference line just to make sure that they're gonna line up properly on the other side. Now just making sure that these actually go up far enough. And then right here, guys, you guys don't have to do this. The reason I do this because once I erase my drawing and everything, I can still see those lines. So it just helps me when I'm gonna color it. It just basically shows you where the different colors connect. So if you guys are gonna color it, you know, you don't have to do that as an outline. But once we have that, guys, we could go ahead and erase all the extra lines. And once we do so, you guys are gonna be able to see Mareanie a little bit better. So just a bunch of erasing, guys. I recommend that you guys look at the reference to get a better idea of what lines to keep and which ones to erase. That's one of those reasons that I put it up there for you guys, just to help you guys out a little bit more. So now I'm just going over the drawing and just making sure that all my lines are solid, and just, you know, making sure everything's looking a little bit better. And just like that, guys, just by erasing all those lines, you guys can see that Mareanie's starting to take shape. All right, so now, guys, just go over your drawing. Now that you guys did all your erasing, anything that doesn't look right now is gonna be, you know, more noticeable. So maybe the thickness of the strands don't line up. And if you guys look at the reference, there's the same thickness on either side, guys. So literally, if you cut Mareanie in half and then, you know, just flip that other half the other way, it'll just make it the same. So basically, the middle Mareanie on each side should be the same. It kind of mirrors, I guess that's the word I'm going for. So now's the time to make any changes, guys. Maybe your eyes don't look right. Now that I'm looking at it on my own drawing, I think the left eye is a little bit bigger than the one on the right, but it's fine, guys. It's something that I didn't notice before, but I do now. And yeah, so it's just a matter of just making any changes necessary. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you don't like the spikes that it has. Maybe they're not the same size. Maybe you did one on the wrong spot. Maybe they're not lined up. There's just, everybody's gonna have different, you know, it's gonna draw Mareanie different. So everybody's gonna have a different thing that they could change in their drawing to make better. And if there's something that you guys could do on your drawing, guys, that's not even on the reference, you know, not even on my drawing, then go ahead and make it. You know, if it's something that will make your drawing better, go for it, guys. No one's saying that you guys have to draw it exactly the same as the reference or mine. As you guys can tell, mine is not exactly the same as the reference. So just make any, you know, choices for you guys. One of the things that I'm noticing right now is that the right strand, the spike on the strand is way bigger than the other three, and the one on the right side, and I think that's fine. Like, it's noticeable for me, but I'm just nitpicking it, guys. You guys could just, you know, if you guys are not comfortable with it, then go ahead and make those changes. But it's something that's not really noticeable unless you're actually paying attention. So that's just one of those things that if I could go back, I would change. And then I did end up coloring it, as you guys see me doing here. First of all, I just outlined it with a Copic outliner, or liner more like it. And then once the ink erased, I just went over it with an eraser. That way, you know, just don't try to erase it as soon as you finish inking it, because you're gonna smudge the ink, and yeah, that's no fun. But I used my Copic markers my Copic and my Prisma Premier color markers to color Mareanie. I know this one's a little bit darker than the actual reference, but these are the only markers or the closest colors that I had to Mareanie. In the end, I think it still came out okay, guys. I'm happy with it. Once I laid down my colors, you know, the aqua blue and the purple and the yellow, I just went over it with some color pencils. You guys saw me doing that there. And then I just basically used, like, for example, on the purple part, I just used like a darker purple in order to make it noticeable. And the same thing for the blue, I just used like a darker blue, and I just added the shadows. And then something that I like doing on mine is just going over it with the black color pencil and just adding some shading there, you know, some shadows. And in my opinion, I don't know, that's just my style, guys. I really like how that comes out. And hopefully, you know, especially like on the purple, like on the face, you know, on top of the eyes, that just the little dark, you know, the black color pencil just makes the drawing stand out a little bit more. I know there's not a lot of color pencil used in this, but it's just the small amount that is. I think it looks really nice. And then I also use the white gel pen in order to actually go over on some of the highlights, and it's something that I'm learning. It's not something that I'm comfortable with just yet, but I just added some highlights where I thought there would be some highlights, and I know it looks a little bit odd, guys, but I'm still learning just like you guys. Everybody learns, you know, nobody's perfect, but overall, guys, I'm pretty happy with it, especially with the color pencil. I think it just brings it out. So I'm using color pencil on marker, guys, by the way, in case you guys were asking. But yeah, guys, so I think overall it came out pretty good. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys ended up drawing Mareanie, and also let me know how it ended up looking like. Remember that you guys could always send in your drawings to be featured at the beginning of my tutorials. There's links in the description to my email where you guys can send them to me. Just let me know that you want me to feature your drawing. So just want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, guys. Check out my other tutorials, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws out.